It's oftentimes that I get phone calls from people who are in a situation where they're exiting staff, whether they made a mistake, or the pastor just doesn't like them, and there's a verbal agreement, and with that there's a lot more ambiguity. So the pastor will say, we'll pay your insurance for 2 months and we'll give you salary for 1 to 3 months, but here, and I've even heard some people, like one situation probably about 6 to 8 months ago, where the pastor took the salary away because in a lack of clarity, he talked to some people in a way the pastor didn't like. So I get a good amount of people that say, this is an agreement I have with my church. And I'm like, well, did you sign anything? They're like, no. And so I've done the best I can to give advice in that. A lot of times they say, and we need to know by tonight or tomorrow. So like I have them kind of push them a little bit on that and say, no, I need to pray about this till Monday. But a lot of times it's a verbal is what I've heard. And that's even scarier because there's so much ambiguity in it. So yeah.
With the verbal agreements, what I would tell people, and I would tell people with any NDA that you get from a church or anything that you think might be there, you're supposed to have time to think about it, to pray about it, and to take it to an attorney. So if there's ever, I always tell people, if there's ever a verbal agreement, okay, I know you're trying to be honoring, but they need to also honor you. I think it's hey, this stuff sounds good. I'm going to need it in writing though. If I could get that in writing and have a couple of days to pray over that and have an attorney look over it, I would appreciate that. And if they say, well, come on, we're brothers and sisters, why would you want to get an attorney involved? That's a red flag. Okay. A pastor in church that has nothing to hide, an elder board that has nothing to hide, they don't care if you take it to an attorney, right? So there will be some gaslighting in some of those situations, but if so, that just lets you know all the more, don't agree to this. But I would never agree to something, even if it sounds perfect, that is just in verbal form, because, they could just decide again to not pay you that money they said they were going to pay you. And then you have no recompense to actually get it back. So like when we're teaching churches, like one of the things I ask churches to do is I encourage churches to have a standard severance policy. Hey, when somebody leaves our staff, we know that's hard. They're still a part of our church. So here's kind of what we do standard to take care of you. It's not hush money. It's just help money. We know this is a hard season. We hate that this happened. So this is going to happen. It's already in writing, and we don't have a need for all these extra agreements. If you've been here for 5 years, you get this. If you've been here for 10 years, you get this, and just taking care of people.